Hey, so I just touched down in Ohio, maybe about 2 hours away from my drop, eating some lunch. This morning I had apples and pistachios for breakfast all morning long. But I finally had to just eat, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I don't drink coffee anymore. I mean, I still drink coffee, but I go days without coffee. But I felt myself getting tired, and at first I was like, man, maybe I should grab a coffee. And then I realized you just need a real meal, man. You don't need no coffee. So I'm sitting here eating my meal prep, my grilled chicken. I forgot my barbecue sauce with my cabbage. And I'm sitting here eating this. And as a truck driver, I tell myself, I just saved $20 today with this meal prep. This is $20 saved today. If I do this every day for the whole week, that's $140 saved. So I'm sticking to the program. I touch base with you guys when we get to the drop. Well, I took about 30 minutes eating. Now I'm about to walk around the Love's parking lot for 30 minutes. I can't eat and just jump right back in the truck and start driving. For one, I like my food to digest with me standing. When you sit down, your food don't digest as fast as when you're standing. And for two, when you take a nice little walk and allow the food to kind of go through your digestive system, you may realize I need to use the bathroom. So I always do a little 30-minute walk after I eat, and then I jump back in the truck. So that's what I'm about to do. Finally made it to the Ohio drop. It's a bakery, It's a bakery. And again, I'm with FloTrans. They paying 58 cents for people that live up in the Northeast. If you want to come get with them, tell them Dez Pillar sent you. But these guys here, they don't climb up the tank to to open the door up, because there's a door up there. It's basically a breathe hole. You gotta have the door open while you pumping the tank up or pumping the tank out, or the whole tank will cave in on itself. So these guys don't go up there and cut it themselves. I gotta go up there and do it. Get ready over here. Excuse me.
You need my...
Nah, I need some cutters. Later. So, I'm still in Ohio at the bakery. I'm waiting on a load. This company, FloTrans, they I don't think they open up till like 7. They got like a night shift, but he's just there for like emergencies. So around 7, they'll have me a load ready, around at least before 8, and then I'll get out of here. So what do I do to make up for that time? I go on and get my walk and exercise on out the way. So that way once the load comes, my body's nice and woke, and all I can do is just drive. So, like I said, I caught a little hip injury. So I'm just gonna walk for maybe an hour or two and wait for this load to hit. You truckers out there, stop sitting in your truck waiting for the load, man. Get up, move around. We shouldn't accept obesity and being out of weight just because of the career path we chose. We have to be forceful on ourselves. We have to be intentional and purposeful in being healthy. Having a healthy, thriving life takes discipline. Later. So I'm making my way to a tank wash up in PA, but I had to stop because I got to get water. I keep about 3 to 5 empty jars so I can refill them up at any of these truck stops and get me some water. Because if it's one thing I'm going to do, is I ain't running out no water while I'm out here. sometimes you just never know where you might end up. And last thing you want is to not have no water. Another thing is too, you want to keep a lot of these empty jars because water's expensive out here. All these truck stops, all the highway stores are very predatory on the drivers. I mean, these things are like $4 or $5 a piece. So I'm not spending $4 every time I need some water. So that's what's going on. I'll catch you at the truck wash. All right, so I want to show you guys something. When you're getting water, I always like these machines because they seem to have filtered water the best than some of the other ones I go to. But if this machine isn't here, then you got to use the zinc. But this is the issue, right? Some states got bad water. This state, I'm somewhere in between Ohio and Pennsylvania. But the water is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. It's decent enough for me to at least fill up 3 gallons. But I'm not going to fill up all my gallons because sometimes you can just taste when something is just a little off. But when you're on the highway, man, you got to take what you can get. And these are some of the signs that you'll get when you're at a place where the water might not be to the best quality. I'll show you. You see it around the sink. You see that rust? Or you might see a big splatter rust down here, which they don't have. That's how I know the water this water's pretty decent. Also, you'll see rust along the bottom. And when it's really bad, you'll see rust all over the place because the water's really bad. So you want to keep your eye out for the rust you see around the sink and the water machine when you're going to fill up your gallons. Because if it's a lot of rust there, the water is going to be no good. Also, look at the color. Even when you're using the filter machines, look at the color of the water, because sometimes one of the hoses will have bad water and the other one will have clean water. Yeah, that's it. Later. All right, I'm in PA at the tank wash. About to go ahead and let them know I'm here and you know, go through all the motions that you go through with letting them know that you're here to get your tank washed. Nice little 2-3 hour ride listening to the I forget the name of that podcast. Thought Crimes and what is it? Eggs and Grits. I think that's what it's called. Check this out. So they got all these wineries out here where they're growing all the grapes and stuff for the wineries all through here. Super muddy, but not so muddy that you need to put boots on. Good thing it ain't rain or nothing. Always gotta make sure you keep some boots when you're out here on the road. Some of these places be nasty. You can't wear tennis shoes at all. Yup. So, I'm gonna go down and get washed up. See what we hit it next. All right, so they're saying they should have it all washed up around 2. It's 11 o'clock right now. So that's almost a 4-hour wait. And the downside with FlowTrans is I think they don't even start paying you for waiting until after 4 hours at FlowTrans. So that's a downside with them. But if you're a content creator or you somebody like me who's heavily into studies of other things, you usually catch these moments of time, usually use these moments of time to catch up on whatever it is you're working on. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to, well, this place, they like for you to drop the tank. So I'm about to find somewhere to drop the tank, and then I'm gonna wait the 4 hours out. I'm gonna eat. I like to eat early. So I use the bathroom early if I need to. Plus, I notice when I eat early, it keeps me from drinking too much coffee, from getting sleepy, that protein and the greens and all that. So I'm gonna go down and eat a little bit. If it's It's not too messy around here. I'll take a walk. It's kind of cold. I don't think they have a sitting area for me. But, you know, the worst case scenario, I'll just sit and get into my Bible studies and, you know, start busting my lectures down. So that's what I'm about to do later. So I'm here, about to eat my lunch. And every time I eat one of my pre-made home lunches, all I think about is I just saved another $20. I just saved another $20. That's how I feel. Because the food is so expensive out here on the road, guys. If you get into trucking, you have to be willing to cook your own food if you want to save money, if you want to hold money, because you'll easily spend $140, $200 a week on food. I'm serious. And if you a snacker, like you just addicted to the sweets and candies, man, you'll be broke. You'll be broke just paying bills and eating. If you don't try to control that stuff. And God forbid you got the triple threat. You don't like to cook your own food. You got a snacking problem. And you smoke cigarettes. Oh, man. You won't have no money out here, man. You won't have no money. That's all I wanted to say. I'm about to eat later. All right. So they got me done about an hour early. I got to go to Welsh to pick up a load up in New York, the outskirts of New York, and I gotta take that to Kentucky. Got my baby all washed up. I just watched them pull her out, so I'm about to go it on and strap up. We hitting the road, baby. Go pump some music. Listen to that new Conway the Machine. I've been bumping that Conway since it dropped, man. That man is the Winter Soldier. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all when we get to Welsh. Hey, let's not forget to pray. We always got time to pray, right? Yes, let's hit that mat. Let's give him his glory, worship, and praise, shall we? Yes, we will. One of the best parts of the day. You know, I'm sitting here doing my walk, and naturally, like everybody, I'm scrolling online, and you know, I've been kind of keeping up with the whole tenderism guy, and I don't have anything real heavy to say about it. But as someone who comes from a business family, and you know, I look at the older man. I don't know his name, but the old man that everybody calls Mr. Tenderism, and you know, when I heard that those people trademarked his words, I felt sad because, you know, it makes me think like, where's this man's family? You know, I feel like that man could go anywhere and start selling barbecue and he'll be just fine. But life events have placed him with some people who don't seem to respect his value, and they seem to want to take all the equity. And this is the craziest part about it for me, is you can look at the videos and tell it doesn't work without him. And you know, outside of business just being business, when does the human inside of you realize this doesn't work without this person? Let me set this person up a little better because I know that it don't work without them. Instead of trying to position yourself to do it without them, because that's basically what it's starting to look like they're trying to do. I mean, the white guy, and I hate to even bring race into it because you got all kinds of people out here in business that'll be like that, but it just so happened to be a white guy. He's trying to do videos now, trying to be Mr. Tenderism. And he's still doing videos trying to be Mr. Tenderism. He got Mr. Tenderism holding the camera, recording him, and he still don't realize it don't work, man. It don't work because it's not your energy. It's not authentic. And it's just sad, man, to see people, I ain't even gonna make it a race thing, people not, respect the value of other people, man. And yeah, the old man say, hey, we good, this, that, and the third, but you can just look and tell when something ain't even, man. I ain't saying the dude got to have ownership and all that, but why would you trademark it and not put him on the trademark too? That shows who you are. That shows your character. And I feel sad for that man because he don't have enough will, or he might have what I call a blinding heart. A blinding heart is dangerous. A blinding heart will cause you not to see fault in people that you need to see fault in. That's what a blinding heart will do to you. You can love somebody so much that you don't see no wrong. And I pray that he stops having a blinded heart. And if he does have a family, I pray that they learn to have faith and take their elder and give him his own place, because he'll do great no matter where he sells barbecue at. That's all I got to say about it. Well, they just finished pumping me up. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here. I'm studying the word. I'm in the word. But they just finished pumping me up while I was sitting here in my word, and it's getting late, guys. It's getting late. The sun going down out here. So, it's a Love's truck stop about an hour away. I'm gonna try to hurry up and boogie there before the sun go down, because I get free showers with Love's. So, I try to take a shower every chance I get out here, especially since I be walking and jogging and doing stuff. So that's the mission. We headed to Kentucky. I'm gonna stop at a Love's about an hour out, find somewhere to park, go take a shower, and we done for the night. I'm gonna probably get back into my studies one more time. I'm so glad God put it in my heart to slow down and stop for a little bit, because it's just as much as I give out lectures, I'm learning at the same time. It's changing me, and I wouldn't want to speak on anything in a lecture that's not changing my mind, especially changing my mind for the better and for God. So every time I go back over something, I see something deeper. I see something more. I just get more gems out of it. So I completely understand why God said, hold on, slow down, wait a minute, let's go over this again, and because there's some more things I want to show you. And I'm happy that I'm not hard of hearing anymore. I listened, because it's just a beautiful thing, man. But I'm about to go jump on the scale so they can weigh this thing with all the fluid inside, and then we're gonna boogie on to the Love's, and that's gonna be it for the night. All right, so I was lucky enough to find a Love's that wasn't on my route a few minutes into my drive. So I'm shutting down early because the sun is down now. As you can see, the sun is down. And the earlier I can start, the better. Plus, when the sun go down, everybody starts scrambling for parking spots. You don't never want to be the last guy, or you're going to end up having to park somewhere stupid. Other than that, today was a good day. Anybody that's thinking about getting to tanking, I will say one downside of it is today I only did like 200 miles. So that's like half a day's pay, even though I worked all day today. And the reason is because I had to make a delivery, get unpumped, which that happened late last night. So I was good this morning, but this morning I had to go clean out the yeast that I had, and that took time. Then I had to go get refilled up with the new load, which that took time, and it basically just killed the rest of my day. And I'm not sure about all the other companies, but the one I'm with, they don't pay when you unloading or loading. They don't pay. At least it's like a 4-hour gap or something that they got before you start getting paid. But that 4-hour gap, it basically just means you ain't getting paid. So that's the one downside to tanking. At least if you're not on the clock, like hourly. But yeah, I'm about to go out on and take me a shower for the night. If I feel up for it, I'm gonna do some more studying, and that's gonna be it. Start fresh tomorrow. Wake up to a nice stretch, a nice little walk, and get to it. Peace be with you.